And you might wonder about my sanity during some of it, but just follow me. Okay, so, in the 1960s, Sonny and I were very famous. Yes. And then we took a nosedive, and we had no job, we had no money, and we owed the government $278,000, like you do. And so he said, we're going to have to do something different. And he said, you'll put on a dress, I'll put on a tux, and we're going to play dinner theaters. And I thought, oh great, London, Paris, New York, velvet ropes, limousines, long gowns. No, it wasn't that. It was the Elmwood Casino in Windsor, Ontario. Then you won't like this next bit. It was a hellhole, okay? It was so bad you weren't supposed to be cooking in your room, and we were cooking in our room. So it was like, this place was like a vaudeville married burlesque, and a hooker and a stripper were the matrons of honor. It was terrible. Okay, we played 7 nights a week, 2 shows a night. And the first show wasn't so bad because the people were eating, you know, so it was kind of like, oh, eating, 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 God, they suck, eating, eating, eating. And at the midnight show, when the 4 people showed up, was really treacherous. And I kept thinking, you know, the drunker they get, the more talented we should seem, but that never happened. So one night, I just turned my back to them, like you do. Sonny wasn't too happy about it, but I started making the band laugh because I was just bored and tired and pissed. And so Sonny started laughing so hard, and then we started to make each other laugh. And I don't know if you ever saw Sonny and Cher show. But a lot of the monologues that you saw, we made up at the Windsor, Ontario. So it was okay. So when Sonny and I parted, I only knew how to make up a monologue one way, and that's like, you have an idea, and then you build on it. If people laugh, you keep that piece in, and if they don't, you kick it to the curb, and that's how I knew to do it. And so it's worked all these years, except when I came here, it didn't work when I got here. So I decided that I would tell you about the 2 nights it took me to turn 40. And so, all right, so it was the 19th of May. This night. It was the 19th of May, and I was with my best friend Paulette, who's in the audience, and we were sitting. Oh, we were at my favorite club, Heartbreak, and so Polly and I were sitting on top of these banquettes, and I was drinking a beer. I don't drink, but I wanted to seem grown up, and it felt like I was very grown up. Anyway, so I'm looking around, and I'm so excited because, you know, I'm 40, and like in those days, 40 was like, go get a chair and have someone wheel you around, because that's it. You know, take a permanent vacation, get some worms, go fishing. So I was very thrilled because my dress was up to here, and my top was down to there, and I was hot. I'm delighted, and I'm looking around and just kind of in my own thing, which is where I am most of the time. So I'm looking and I'm, oh my God. And I saw the cutest guy. And so I went to tell Paulette, and you guys are going to know what I'm talking, the women, not the men, but the women are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, maybe you might. So anyway, so Paulie's sitting here, and so I go, Paul, women listen, Paul, don't look now, but over my right shoulder is the cutest guy I have ever, Paulette, don't look now. Over my right shoulder is the cutest guy I ever saw. Now just be cool. So she turns around like this and she goes, where? I don't see a guy. I don't see a cute guy. So I hit her. I did, didn't I, Polly? What? Yes, okay, I did. I hit her. I should have hit her twice. Okay, so his name was Robert Camilletti, and that's a long story. So, that night we were kind of playing tag, but it wasn't working out, so I got bored, and I went home, and I was staying at my friend's a hotel, a lovely hotel, and he had just gotten out of prison, and it was something about tax evasion. And that's none of my business, I don't care. So, and he was lovely to me and I liked him. And he also owned Studio 54, so he was a wonderful guy. Yes. One caveat, you had to get in before 11 o'clock at night. Okay, because afterwards you couldn't understand anything he was saying. All right, so I went to sleep and I was dreaming of being 40 and being excited and everything was going great. And then I wake up in the morning, my phone rings. And the man says, "Hi, Cher," and I go, "Yes." And he goes, "This is George Michaels." I mean, no, it wasn't George Michaels, it's George Miller. And it could have been George Michaels, however, I know him. So I knew him. So anyways, he says, "George Miller, and I just wanted to tell you, I don't want you in my movie. And Jack doesn't think you're sexy, and he doesn't want you in the movie either." The movie was Witches of Eastwick. So, yes, that's the way I felt too. And I just was, I couldn't believe it. Tears started pouring down my face. I mean, pouring. And I didn't really know what to say back to him. There was like, I had nothing to say. But usually when people insult you in Hollywood, they hang up. But he didn't. He just went on and on. "I don't like your face. I don't like the way you walk. I don't like your talking. I don't like your hair." And I was starting to get pissed, and I was also tired. So pissed and tired for me is not good, okay? So anyway, so finally he was like going on and on. I was like, "Are you crazy?" So I went and I said, "Okay, look, fucker." I said, "I was nominated for an Academy Award for Silkwood. I made a movie called Mass. And it's not like you're finding me under a rock. I understand, you don't like me. Goodbye." But I was still crying, and I couldn't, the tears were just streaming, and then I thought, oh my God, these are fabulous tears. I have to remember this. Because when you're an actress, you pray for these kind of tears because you don't have to scrunch up your face. It just flows beautifully so you can look fabulous. I did it once in Moonstruck. I had one tear that just rolled. It's very difficult to do, okay? So I'm thinking half broken heart, half, my God, my tears are perfect. And then I thought, bitch, you're crazy. So then my kids come in with a birthday cake and to Bellboy, and they were singing, "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Mom, happy birthday to you." And then they look at me and they go, "Mom, you're crying." And I thought, well, okay. Sometimes when you're a woman and you're a little bit older and you're really happy, they're called tears of joy. And they were very excited about tears of joy. And so I said, "Okay, does that make sense?" And they said yes. And I said, "Okay, no, go get out of here." And so that was fine. And okay, I usually forget this part. I always forget it. So I go here when I forget it, because it just seems like the right thing to do. So my friend's hotel that I was staying at, I owed him $28,000 and I didn't have it. Like you do. Okay. Now I left out a bigger part, so I go over here. All right, so trust me on this part. So since David Letterman's show started, they always asked me to go on, okay? And I never wanted to go on because I just didn't want to, okay? So now I can go all the way back to the perfect place. All right, now I'm here, and you have all the information. Okay, so they said, Cher, how would you like to spend your birthday night with David? And I went, oh, I'd love to, for $28,000.